camera. Okay. Yeah, this is the big one. This is the big one. Good fall evening, everybody, from the captain's quarters in Dallas, PA. If we got a big one for you tonight. First off, hope everybody caught the NHL preview show that we had. That was on Monday. I thought that went really, really well. We had a good time with that.
Except, we did.
Yeah, until Facebook cut us off at 45 minutes.
Way to go, Facebook.
Way to go, Facebook.
And you could probably take us down for that.
Yeah, way to go, Facebook. Yeah. And on the line here, we have our picking compadre, Jason McManus. Say hello, Jason.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is your color commentator.
Yeah, no.
On
From the top,
on everything, including more than sports.
Yeah, we got enough color commentators around here.
Oh, please. Please.
So let's we got our starting five. I'm going to run down the starting five real quick, EJ, and then I want you to start off with the first one. Our starting five this week. Number one, we have the big game. Number two, we have our NFL quick picks. Number three, we have the top 25 college football. That's when you have teams in the AP top 25 playing each other. Those are the big games. And then, of course, the thing that everybody tunes in for, number four, the weekly high school football picks. And then we have number five, which we'll talk about at the end to close things out. So number one, we got the big game. What's up with this, right?
Okay, yeah. So this is a shout out to a really mouthy kid in my class. Yeah. So apparently his dad works there, and I was talking about it, and he got snippy with me. That's how I figured out that this game was actually on.
Oh.
This game that I'm talking about is a high school game we will eventually talk about in our fourth of the starting five. It's a Southern Columbia and Wyoming area. At Wyoming area. My outlook on this game, I'll get into it first. I just need to say a few things. If you're going to that game tomorrow, please be safe. It's going to be very crowded. I'm not saying that it's going to be dangerous, but it's going to be very crowded. So be safe. And yeah. So I'm going to drop this off with my dad real quick. What are your thoughts, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about the game itself when we get to it, but, like, this is a long road getting here. I don't understand what the problem was getting to this point. The game was on. It was announced. It made sense for everybody involved, I guess, except for the rest of the teams in Southern Columbia's league, who I guess thought they were going to lose out on gate money or something. I have no idea. I guess and they threatened sanctions, so the game was off. Then they worked something out. The game's back on. It's funny. My man in the know, Brian, if you know what happened, post it for me or let me know.
Yeah,
I'll
be
kind of interested.
I'll be looking for your tweet.
Yeah, okay. It's just very interesting. I can't, unless you can't share it. It's just funny. The game makes 100% sense to have it, so I don't know why there was such a hullabaloo to not have it, but we could talk more about picking the game when we get to that number 4 down there. But yeah. Any other thoughts about the run-up to the game before we go to our NFL picks?
Well, I got the run-up to the game, and it shouldn't have been that way. And honestly, I think I'm not going to call specific teams out, but this team starts with an M is the team that I'm actually forget I'm calling them out. Montoursville. That's what I'm hearing is something about Montoursville saying something because they're also staying ranked. And I guess they complained about it, and Danville hopped on, and Williamsport hopped on, and people just hopped on and drug Southern. If they have a chance to drag the best team that tortures you guys down to the dirt, I mean, I would do it too. But at the same time, come on, help a brother out. Just, come on. And you know what? Shekel gets the easy stick now because they get to play Holy Redeemer.
Right.
Which honestly, they're going to win that game.
Yeah.
So it's like. And Southern Columbia gets a W.
That's right.
Okay, so we're happy. We get to watch Wyoming get destroyed tomorrow. Well, actually, no, we don't get to watch that game.
No.
But we get to watch it on our phones.
Yeah, we'll
And,
get back to that, of course.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in the actual game itself, minus the score, and we're not going to talk about the score, I think that game, it's going to be an okay atmosphere, but it's going to be pretty garbage. I mean, they sold out tickets or whatever, but you're not guaranteed to see. I was talking about this because my girlfriend's dad.
Listen, this is all standing room
Right.
only. You know
My,
that.
my girlfriend's dad was contemplating on going to the game that, for us, the Dallas game, his alma mater and all that stuff. Also, hi, if you're watching this. He used to contemplate about going to this game or Southern Columbia, and I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, why would he go to that game? You buy tickets, you're not guaranteed room. It's going to be packed. Wyoming area is going to get blown out, okay?
Thought we weren't talking about the game.
I know, I never said a score. Chill. I never said a score. Hold on. You wait till you see my score prediction. Let's just say that much.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right. Well, let's
so
get to
they're
it.
going to get blown, and it's not even worth going to me. Like, if I wasn't supposed to be at a game tomorrow night, if I didn't have to go to the Dallas Valley View game, I would still go there without. Because Southern Columbia, Wyoming area, sure, it's great to see Southern Columbia. You don't get to see them, but it's like
I'd go
such
because
a
you never.
trashy game.
No, you never get to see Southern Columbia, so that's why I'd go.
It's a drive to Knoebels.
It's not like that. You want to see him actually play a team that actually has played well, and honestly, up to this point, Elijah, what's the best team we've seen this year aside from Dallas? Who's the best team we've seen this year?
Valley View.
We haven't seen Valley View.
Oh, Wyoming area.
Wyoming area. It's Wyoming area. So I hope it's a good game. Sorry, I hope it's a good game. Sorry, it's not going to be. NFL Quick Picks number 2. So let's.
If you count TV, we did see Valley View. But anyway.
Yeah.
NFL. Let's go.
Yeah.
Second.
I'm talking going to see him, like see a whole game. You know what I mean?
We were going to, but
that's right.
then things happened.
Okay, so tonight's game, Giants at the Patriots. I have the Patriots. Panthers at the Buccaneers. I have the Panthers. Who you got?
I have the Buccos.
You have the Buccos. Okay, maybe. Bengals at the Ravens. Ravens. Yep, I agree.
By the way, first of all, can I just shout the Steelers out? Shout out to Mike Tomlin after the Ravens put a 79-yard drive to score on us. In OT, you decide to choose defense.
Yep.
I understand you do whatever you want off the field, but whatever stuff you're smoking, make sure that the hangover, or make sure you're not high at a game. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right?
Makes no sense.
Idiot.
Makes no sense. Just terrible.
All right.
Yeah, Ravens. Seahawks at the Browns.
Seahawks.
I also have the Seahawks. They look pretty good. Texans at the Chiefs.
Oh my gosh. Patrick Mahomes on Sunday. I got the Chiefs in this one. Oh my.
Yeah, I've got the Chiefs as well.
Shakes off like 3 guys sidearms at like 25 yards. It's like.
Yeah, I've got the Chiefs as well. Redskins at the Dolphins, the worst game of the year, worst game of the century, maybe. I've got the Redskins. The Dolphins are just so horrible. I can't even.
I've got the cheerleaders.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I got the Redskins.
Redskins. Eagles at the Vikings.
The E-Girls.
Yeah, I've got the Vikings. I'm sorry. I think it's in Minnesota. I think it's the Jekyll and Hyde.
I think
Vikings. I think the Vikings get this one. Saints at the Jaguars.
Oh, Saints.
Yeah, I got the Saints as well.
Or Jaguars, dude.
Falcons at the Cardinals.
Falcons.
And surprisingly, 1-4. I've got the Falcons too. Man, come on, Falcons. You got to get going here. 49ers 4-0 at the Rams.
This was a trap card for me.
Yeah, tough call.
It's tough to see. If Jimmy G goes out there and does something for the 49ers, the 49ers are going to be pretty good for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
They've shown that they can. But they're also playing the LA Rams. But I went with my gut. I went with Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49ers.
I picked the Rams. They're home. I think their defense is really going to show up and win this game. Cowboys at the Jets.
Boys.
Yeah, got the Cowboys. Titans at the Broncos.
Titans.
Yeah, me too. Surprisingly, the Broncos got a nice win last week, but I don't think they're very good. Steelers at the Chargers. Tough call.
Chargers.
I have the Chargers as well, but I'm pulling for our whatever string quarterback now he is.
Third,
to
Devlin
get-
Hodges
Well, yes.
looks actually decent right
He
now.
does. I'm pulling for the
He
kid.
looks pretty good.
I hope he gets a win. Mason Rudolph, please do not start this game. Even if you
Please
clear, don't start. That was too scary.
Also, shout out to the Ravens for being the dirtiest team on this planet. Cool.
No, that's actually the Berwick Bulldogs. We saw them week 1. They're very dirty. And Lions at the Packers Monday night. I have the Packers, so obviously they're 4-1.
Yeah, no, I have the Packers.
Wouldn't surprise me to see the Lions win the game. Okay.
Aaron Jones, y'all.
Yeah, Aaron Jones had a big week. So I am going to put my phone up there so we can hear Jason. Jason, you with us?
Yes, sir. Let's get started on Week 8 high school football.
No, we're doing top 25 college first, son. I'm not letting you get off that. I'm not letting you get off that easy.
There's some big games this week, some very big top 25 games.
Yeah,
He's trying to avoid the Penn State game.
not really. Starting with number 1 Alabama at number 24 Texas A&M. Dude, this is Alabama early and often by 24 points. EJ, what do you got?
This is sad because I like Texas A&M. I root for them all the time. But Alabama is going to win this game. Because I just, from what I'm seeing from Texas A&M, they're not built to play Alabama.
Nope.
They're not at all.
Sit up and speak up because he may not hear you, and I'm not sure.
I don't think that they're going to do it. It'd be a work of God if you believe it. If they,
yeah, I
if
think
they
so
do.
too.
So Alabama's winning this game.
Yeah. Points?
Sad. 42-15.
Okay. Jason, what do you got in that game?
I got Roll Tide by 13 in this game. Listen, I can't thank enough for the service to our country that all those Aggies put in. I know every game, home game, you see so many servicemen and women in the stands. I love the support, but they're not at the level that Bama is at right now. Bama is playing at a tremendous level with Tui Vagagro. However you pronounce his last name, is a great athlete.
Yeah.
They're going to go up and down the field, but I think A&M's going to hang with them for a little while. It's going to be a typical SEC game. Bama's going to make some mistakes this game, and I think that's why I have the score a little bit lower with only winning by 13 points. So I'm going to go with the 13 point.
All right. Number 7, Florida at number 5, LSU. Jay, what do you got there?
Yeah, I got LSU with this game by 11. Florida, the great story here with Florida is the quarterback and, how he came to be on the team. But you know what? They just don't have – Driscoll, I think his name is. But they just don't have they have a great defense. I just don't think they have what it takes to hang with LSU. LSU is averaging like 40-some points a game, and they're just good. This is a really great LSU team, and I think – they're going to go pretty far. I think you're going to see them in the top 4 playoffs at the end of the year. This is a very well-coached team, and they're very, very good.
Yeah.
So expect LSU on this one by at least 11.
Yeah, I've got LSU by 7. I just think that these games with these Southern schools, even though sorry, they just get to be a little bit too close. Not like the next one that we're going to talk about, but I think this game's a little closer. Every game I watch with LSU, they just don't blow somebody out. They kind of win, and then you're like, wow, they're good, but they kind of win. I've got them by 7 against a pretty decent Florida squad, but I think you're right. Florida's not winning the game. EJ, what do you think?
I have LSU by 4.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks it's even closer. So, and that's interesting. So, I don't know. That might be the game of the week there for college football. Might be. It certainly is shaping up to be.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Number 11, Texas at number 6, Oklahoma, where the wind comes whipping down the plain. Yeah. So, EJ, what do you think about that game?
This is interesting because I'm an A&M fan. And I don't like Texas, and this is going to be fun for me to say. I think Oklahoma's winning this game 17-3. And my reasoning for this is because I've seen Oklahoma do a lot of damage against a few teams. Just their history against Texas. If you look at the stats, I remember seeing they won I think it was 4 out of the last 5 they've ever played against Texas or something like that. And if that's the case, statistics don't lie. And I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So go Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma is going to win this game.
Yeah. They got a great fight song too, and
They do.
and they're going to play it quite a bit because I think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, Boomer Sooner, love it. But I think that
feature ever.
It's great. I agree. Oklahoma, I've got by 14. I think that I just don't think Texas is all that good. I think it's going to be a back and forth. I think Oklahoma capitalizes on a few things and just scores quite a few more points. I think I've got them by 2 touchdowns. Jay, what do you think?
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Boomer.
Sooner.
So listen, the Sooners get the job done. They win by a little bit here. This is going to be a closer game. I think this is where Oklahoma's finally tested on their home turf.
Yep.
This game does go back and forth for a while, and I think the team that makes the least amount of mistakes win this game. You know, I'm going to give a big shout out to a Mountaintop family, the Swank family. They're huge Oklahoma fans. Right now, Leo Swank is fighting cancer, so we're going to keep her in our prayers and with her battle. But they're huge Oklahoma fans, so big shout out to them. This game's for them. Red River rivalry, go Sooners. Boomer!
Sooner. How many points?
4 points.
4. Wow. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be that close. Unlike the next game that we're going to cover, number 10 Penn State at number 17 Iowa. Jay, let's hear it.
Yeah, so listen, I think Penn State's is hiding weapons all throughout the year, and I don't think they still unleashed their whole playbook. And I think Penn State is an underestimated team. And I think this game is Penn State's statement game on the road, Big Ten game, prime time game. Penn State wins big on this game and makes a large statement. You're going to see Penn State move up even higher in the ranks to 8 or 7 after this week, after some losses. You're going to see Penn State really make a statement. Penn State by 20.
You're going to love my pick, but go ahead, EJ.
Penn State's going to win this game, okay? I think this – now, they've had a bad past about playing at Iowa, but I think they break it. I have them winning 28-20. It's not going to be 20 points. It's not going to be that great of a win, honestly. It's going to be one of those things like, yeah, we won by 8 points, but like, wow.
Yeah. Well, you never know, but in my gut of guts, I got Iowa by a field goal, guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, Penn State has struggled on the road at Iowa every single time that I have watched them or paid any attention to Penn State, Iowa. They blow it at Iowa. This year is not going to be any exception. Iowa by a field goal. Sorry, guys. Iowa wins it by 3.
And then I won't have to hear the annoying kids at my school. Cool.
Hey, how about
You know
that?
what this reminds me of, Jared? And Scott can back me up at this because he was at this game.
Mm-hmm.
We went to an Iowa-Penn State game at Penn State, and there was a person that walked into the stands dressed as a Grim Reaper. You are the Grim Reaper to this game. Penn State by 20.
No.
Iowa by 3. Now on to number 4, the high school football picks.
This is what everybody's waiting for.
This is what everybody's waiting for.
Let me sit up for this one.
Yeah, definitely sit up and let's get going.
What a good week this is.
Yeah.
Rivalry.
So listen, let's
call this rivalry week. That's what this could be.
Well, no.
That'll be 2 weeks.
No, that's 2 weeks from now. And I'll tell you, aside from that, because I only see one rivalry on here, honestly. There's only one. And here's the other thing. This is the big game week, okay, because there's 2 monster games on here that are just much bigger than the other ones due to some unfortunate circumstances with a couple of these teams that we've been talking about for a few weeks. Guys, because we have a lot of games to pick and we want to get down to the last 2 games that obviously we're going to pick. Let's get through these first set of games so we can spend more time talking about the big ones. There's at least 3 big ones. I know we want to talk about Old Forge Riverside. We want to talk about Southern Columbia, Wyoming area, and, of course, we want to talk about Dallas Valley View. Stop me along the way if there's something we want to spend more time on, but I think other than that, let's keep moving. All right, yeah, and maybe Lehman Mid-Valley, because that sounds like that might be a decent game too. So let's start, first of all, with the Berwick Bulldogs at Crestwood. Jason, talk.
So listen, Crestwood's been playing much better of late. They're playing excellent football. Their defense has stepped up. Their offensive line is blocking for Mr. Miller, who I'm not sure if he won Athlete of the Week this past week, but he rushed for over 250 yards.
Nice.
This week, they run into a wall known as the Berwick Bulldogs. I have Berwick, the Bulldogs, howling from the top of the mountain this week with the rest of the Coyotes and Dogs that are up here. They leave with a 2-touchdown win. But you know what? It's still a great, successful season for Crestwood so far. Coach Arcangeli is doing a fantastic job with his team, but this week they run into one of their biggest challenges yet this year.
Interesting. Who won that game last week up at Crestwood?
Crestwood destroyed Tunkhannock.
Did they now?
Yeah.
Did they now?
The game was over in the first quarter.
Yeah, and it's good momentum. It's good momentum.
Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, Berwick just too good, man. They are too good. Now, we saw them week 1. They seemed to be a little bit off, but I'm telling you, Abington's D was pretty good. So let's just say that I think Berwick's winning this game by 20, and there's going to be some penalties, and there's going to be some injuries in this game. And that's all I've got to say about it. Berwick by 20. EJ, what do you got to say?
I feel like I need to address this. I'm going to be the Don Cherry of this show. Okay? I'm going to call you out.
You need your suit and tie then, man.
I'm going to call you out, okay? Ryan, you need to quit flopping. Berwick, okay, is a football team that plays football, not soccer. Stop. Please.
Yeah, that too. I agree.
Stop.
I agree.
1-0 Berwick. Knock it off. It's not football. If you jump and dive, this ain't a soap opera.
True. And I'm going to tell you what.
And then he complains and whines.
Yes.
I'm sorry, okay? I know that I really shouldn't be going off like this, but like nothing irritates me more than when we're in a high school football game, you out here jumping around like this is the high school drama club, and then you go to complain to the referees. You can't do that.
Yeah, they weren't putting up with it either. They weren't listening.
Stop. You're just going to ruin something. You see us. Let me tell you something. Scouts know what flops are. If you think scouts are going to see you flop and then not get a penalty and then you freak out like you were at that Abington game that I've seen, like the time you were on TV when you flopped against Valley West, I think it was, and you complained you didn't get your call. You can't. Chill, bud. You got a lot of talent. Let your talent speak. Let your talent speak and beat these guys like I have you guys beating them 42-7.
42-7. Big one.
You are the center of this team, and if you keep continuing to do what you're doing, you're going to sink.
All right.
Just okay?
Let's get on to some big games here because there's some big ones coming up. Delaware Valley at Williamsport. Honestly, like which Williamsport team shows up, that's the way I look at this game. But I know what Delaware Valley team's going to show up. They're a really strong Delaware Valley team, and I got Delaware Valley by 24 because I don't think that any amount of money that the millionaires can put up and pay off refs will do anything here. Not that I'm insinuating they did. But anyways, 24 points. Don't think Delaware Valley struggles much in this game at all. I think they blow them out. EJ, what do you got?
Well, remember when I said the millionaires were going to be billionaires? Yeah, well, that kind of didn't work out.
That flew bad.
Right? And, like, it was really bad. And then now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, dang it. I said that line. It was like the dumbest time to say the line. And I was actually thinking about saying it this time. But guess what? You guys are really bad. So guess what? I have Delaware Valley crushing you because you're bad. I have them winning 48-3. In fact, I don't even think Williamsport's getting the 3. Because we've seen Delaware Valley come out and put some points up against like Wall and Paw Pack. What they beat them like 60 or something.
Yeah, they put a lot.
70 to nothing.
I think it was 100-0.
It's a scary game, dude.
But it was really scary.
Scary points.
And regardless, I mean, if they could put points up against good teams in our area,
Yeah.
Williamsport ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, true. Jay, what do you got?
Yeah.
Listen, Coach Olthomer has his team playing former Penn State tight end. Well, they're one of the best teams in the area, and unfortunately for Williamsport, this team's coming in hitting on everything on all cylinders. Williamsport is probably the second most disappointing team I think we can agree on.
Yes.
From this year.
Yes.
Because it's a larger school, it should have more talent.
Yes.
Delaware Valley by 34.
Oh yeah, they're just it is a blowout. It's a blowout, no question. All right. Big one for you, and here's a rivalry game. Old Forge at Riverside. Jason, go.
Yeah, one of the cool things up there at Riverside is, this is the battle of the pizza towns.
Yeah.
And I enjoy hearing the PA announcer going, "First down, Riverside."
Yes.
Unfortunately, this game, I don't think we're going to hear a lot of that this game.
Nope.
Old Forge is one of the better teams in the state. They're beatable. They lost, but even though this game's a homecoming game for Riverside, they'll be all fired up, and the student section is going to be going absolutely berserk.
Right.
Hopefully not
You're going to have the little parade from Old Forge coming down to Riverside for the game. It's a really cool rivalry, and I really do hope someday that this is Triborough High School, and it's all one school and all one district. But you know what? Old Forge is just too talented. They're to get the job done. They win by 28 points.
Yeah. Because it's such a close and a rivalry game, I have it a little closer, although I think Old Forge rolls them by 20. Yeah, I don't think it's close. I really don't. And Old Forge needs about here's your statement win. They need a bounce back statement win against somebody who's been a thorn in their side in the past. This is the team to do it to. 20 points. Yeah, 20 points. EJ, what do you think?
Now, I'm thinking about this game, right? And I'm saying the Devils really played nobody. The Vikes, and they're weird, I don't know what to think about them.
Weird.
I just don't know what to think about them.
They're weird.
Inconsistent.
Yeah, inconsistent. That's a better word for it.
Yeah, I can't predict them
They're
because they're
odd.
inconsistent.
I can't predict, right? It's like those balls you get at the dollar store, there's like an actual balls, like bumps. You drop it, you didn't know where it was going to go. Like,
yes.
I can't follow it. I can't. It's kind of like reading a book from right to left instead of left to right. You can't understand what they're doing, and it's like,
wait a minute.
This is Jekyll and Hyde.
Wait a second now.
Riverside team.
Huh?
That book. What if it was written in Hebrew?
I don't speak
Okay, I'm
Hebrew.
just kidding. Let's keep moving.
I don't speak Hebrew. Regardless, okay. So Old Forge, right? You could argue all of this. They haven't played anybody. This and that. They lost. Blah 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 blah. But when you're playing against a team like Riverside, an unpredictable team,
right,
with little to probably no. I just this is up in the air. I don't know, because I think
we'll give us a pick.
Riverside, honestly, this is their homecoming game. They're playing their rival. Honest to God, they could come out there after being not as good as we thought they were going to be, and they can come out and steamroll Old Forge. Or Old Forge could come out and beat them. We just don't know. This is the beauty of high school football, let me point out. But I'm going to go with Old Forge winning by 8. But Riverside, they're weird. I just don't know what to think about them. They're good, and then they're bad, and then they're good, and then they're bad. So I don't know. But I'm just going to say Old Forge by 8. I have them winning 18-10 on my paper. So
good. That was one of our 3 big games of the week. So good coverage on that one.
Brain candy.
Little more quickly now. Western Wayne, tough loss against Valley View last week at West Scranton. So up in the big stadium. EJ, quickly, what do you think?
West Scranton. The season's been pretty much a bust for them, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
So, and they're playing Western Wayne. Western Wayne, they got a nice thing going on up there, Their team's pretty good. I mean, it's built the way that football teams really should be built, and it's not like they're a football mill either, and they're still doing some damage.
Very true.
They are the non-recruitment version of Berwick or Valley View. You get a Western Wayne out of that.
Very true.
I like Western Wayne in this game because West Scranton has not been able to get it done. The Invaders have been invaded by a lot of teams.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, they have.
And what it sounded like to me is a Wildcat's going to invade the back porch tomorrow night.
Yep.
And probably get into the house and do some damage. So.
How many points?
45-20 is the score I put down.
Okay.
Because Western Wayne's going to run away with this game.
It's very similar to what I have. I have Western Wayne by 24 points. I don't think it's going to be close. And it's too bad because West Scranton had high hopes going into this season. They have low hopes now because they've gotten beat by some teams that they should have handled very easily. I think Western Wayne rolls them badly in this game. 24 points. Jason, what do you think?
So it's interesting that EJ mentioned a pretty important word, and he said run.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of a great movie that we all know very well when they said, run, Forrest, run.
Yes.
Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Western Wayne's going to do in his football game. They're going to run. They're going to run. They're going to run some more.
Yeah.
I have Western Wayne only winning by 15, but this game, has some mistakes in it. It goes back and forth for a little bit. Western Wayne's away. They're still licking their chops as a Wildcat from last week's loss. So I think they're going to come out of the gate struggling a little bit, and then they're going to find their rhythm after they run, and then run some more.
Yeah.
So Western Wayne by 15.
Yeah, and here's what I don't think it's going to be quite that close. I think Western Wayne is frustrated from last week. I think they're going to come out hard. I do. I think they're going to come out hard, and especially on the road, I think they're going to say, we need to get this done this week. It's only one loss.
Listen, I'm going to look forward to watching this team later in the year.
I agree.
They're going to be fun in the playoffs.
This is going to be a scary team to play.
I agree. You lose last week to a real football school like Valley View. They're going to say, hey, we got to get it done. They're going to come back and get it done this week. I don't think there's any question.
Hey, West Scranton, you might want to install a Ring doorbell so you can see what's going into your back.
Beautiful.
Don't want to get invaded.
Beautiful. Don't want to get invaded.
The line of the year right
yeah, that's great. That's great. Scranton at Hazleton, EJ. What do you got?
All right, I like this game, actually. This might be a game you can get your money's worth.
Could be.
Especially if you're closer to Hazleton than you are to Valley View. Now, Scranton and Hazleton, they play similar, actually. Scranton, at what I've seen, they run the ball. But they also, they have a balance of which throwing the ball and running the ball. But Hazleton's defense, when we played them, we were up at Harmon Geist, and I remember it was like a 2nd and 14. And we threw the ball. Hazleton read it. And you know what? We were in that same situation like 2 or 3 times. Hazleton read it and stopped the play.
Yeah.
They did. They are smart on defense. I just wish their defense was a little bit better. Well, yeah. I wish their defense was a little bit better. Because they could be a way better team if their defense was a little bit better. But their defense, they are smart people. Whoever's on the sidelines saying, hey, they're going to do this play, they're pretty good at that. They know the playbooks and stuff. They're just like, hey, right now, I think they would do this play. That's what they're doing. Let's set up to counter it. And they, most of the time, do.
Yeah.
Well, they have the right. So, Scranton really knows how to move the ball around. Not that it's really shown this season, but they still know how to move the ball around up against Hazleton and a better defense than Scranton. I'm taking Hazleton in this game, 21-10. And that's because I just think that Scranton's not ready for this.
They're not ready for prime time yet.
They're not ready yet.
No, they're not. I have. I simply have Hazleton by 10. Hazleton had a couple flashes of goodness when we saw them. Dallas was just too much for them. Let's face it. The thing is, there are a couple of glimpses of hope for them. A couple. talked about this team, Jason, early in the year. I'll let you take it from here. We talked about them in early year, how disappointing we thought it would be with such a large student base to get players from, that they haven't put a better product on the field.
Yeah, so this is one of those weird games for me because I'm sure can hang with Scranton, and every week I get Scranton wrong. Last week I was finally right. I got Scranton right. So what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to go against the grain and go against what I thought originally. I was going to pick Hazleton. I'm like, no, that's going to be wrong, so I'm going to go with Scranton. So I have Scranton winning a nail-biter by 1 point.
Wow.
I think they do get the job done, and they make me right 2 weeks in a row.
It could
Don't prove me wrong, Knights.
Yeah.
Don't prove me wrong. This pick is for Scott Vernoga, the Knights. Don't let me down.
Yeah, I could see it happening too. I think it's going to be close. Like EJ said, I think this is one of the better games out there. Just a good one to go see. Not that we really care, because there's all these other ones going on, like the big ones we have coming up. So, guys, a lot of games to get to. Let's keep moving. Abington Heights at Wyoming Valley West. There's not much to say about this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to start this one. I think Abington isn't very good, but they're good enough on defense to stop some things. Valley West very banged up. I've got Abington Heights by 10 on the road. I think they're going to get it done. EJ.
Valley West, I'm still going to rip you. For being a little bit cocky, is this going to feel good for Comets fans? Comets fans are going to be happy. They're going to be they're going to beat Wyoming Valley West 13-10. It's going to be a 3-point game, and I'm telling you what, the little engine that could is going to have just enough energy to win this game.
I love it.
I'm telling you right now.
Jay, what do you think?
This game's a snoozer, man. It might be a competitive game because how bad both teams have been doing this year.
Yep.
I got Abington by 6, but stay away from Spartan Stadium. This game means nothing, and it's a nothing game.
Yeah, means nothing.
Two teams that have been nothing. These teams need to find a little bit of heart about who they are.
Yep.
And go out and prove it on the football field. Let's go.
Yes.
Start playing for your town and your school.
Oh, yeah. Get on the field.
That's right. Get on the field. Play between the hash marks. Yeah. Let's go. Get the job done.
Yeah.
But, I still think Abington Heights wins this game by 6.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, whatever happened to Abington making the district finals like 3 years in a row?
Yeah.
And now what?
Falling apart, dude. Falling apart. Another snoozer, so we're going to go quickly by this one. Montrose at Honesdale. Sorry, Montrose terrible, and they're going to be even worse on the road. Honesdale not real great, but I got Honesdale by 17 in an easy win and a boring game. EJ?
I got the Dale 49-0.
49-0. He thinks it's a blowout. Yeah, Montrose really bad. Jay, what do you got?
I got the Hornets by 10. Move on.
Yeah, it's not a real good game. All right, here could be an intriguing game. Lake Lehman goes on the road at Mid-Valley. Jay, what do you think?
So here's the thing. We've been talking all year about these high school teams going on the road and struggling on the road as road teams.
Yep.
And I kind of feel that's where you guys are headed with this, but I think Lake Lehman is really putting it together.
Yep.
When those coaches get the job done, I think it's Spencer and McDermott and all those gentlemen up there with this program. This is Coach McDermott's last year, longtime coach at Hanover, now coaching at Lake Lehman.
Yep.
Riverside got by Mid-Valley last week by 1 point on a miracle play in the end zone.
Yep.
And I think Lake Lehman's much better than them. I think Lake Lehman goes up there and beats up on Mid-Valley pretty bad. It's going to be by a couple touchdowns. If Lake Lehman gets the job done on the road.
I have Lake Lehman by 17, and the reason I did it this way, it's similar to what you're thinking. Lake Lehman tends to do this. They tend to go one of two ways. They either start out the season really, really hot, reel off 7 or 8 wins in a row, and then fall apart, or they start off a little slow, and then they start to catch some momentum. Well, guess what? I think they're starting to catch a little bit of momentum here towards the end of the season. So I think they're going up to Mid-Valley. A team that should be playing better at home, and they're not going to in this game. I have Lehman by 17. EJ, what do you got?
This is a surprise for you and Jason, I guess. Lake Lehman, once again, we talk about the pressure being in an away team, especially at a high school
It's true.
level. It's a lot of pressure. Especially being like a quarterback, like being a kid where everybody's watching you and you're away and it's loud and this is not where I belong. This is not my home field. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Lehman kind of has that little issue where they get there and they're just like, oh my gosh, I've never seen so many people in my entire life. This is insane.
Yeah.
Let's freak out and run around in circles. Quoting on SpongeBob right there. Anyway, I think what this is going to be is for Lehman. They're going to panic and run around in circles, and this is going to be the kick in the beans that they need to win. I got Mid-Valley beating them by 1 point, 20-19.
Wow.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, that's a man.
And watch.
That is.
They
I
lose.
yeah. Kick for the gut with that score
If
prediction.
they lose like that close,
Oh,
watch Lehman come out the next week and say, that's it. We're going to beat someone.
yeah, and roll somebody. Could be.
Just watch.
All right. Quickly on a game we probably don't know a lot about, but we're going to pick anyways. Wyalusing Valley at Northwest. I have Northwest by a touchdown. They're at home. That's what I've got. I don't have a whole lot to say. Don't know much about it. Jay.
Yeah, Wyalusing is not a very good team this year. Northwest, probably one of the most disappointing losses all year, losing at home to Hanover.
Yes.
What happened?
What's going on with that?
This game, but Northwest comes back and they get the job done. I would not have wanted to be a Ranger on that football team this week because it was probably hell week.
Yeah, more than likely.
And I'm sure they fixed a lot of mistakes, and you're going to see them rebound in a big way against a pretty weak Wyalusing team.
Yeah, I agree. What do you got?
I think Northwest is falling apart, so I'm just going to give this game 8-7 to Wyalusing Valley. Go Rams.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it could be. You could
jerseys in the league.
You could be seeing. How about that? Calling out jerseys, love it. Could be seeing Northwest falling apart here. Okay, entering the home stretch. We still got a few games before the big ones, though. So let's go to Wilkes-Barre area at Wallenpaupack. This is kind of an intriguing game, honestly. And here's the thing. So Wilkes-Barre is starting to round into shape a little bit. Honestly, they are. They're starting to learn. They really are starting to learn. I think they've kind of had an up and down season, but they're learning some good lessons. Unfortunately, they're going to learn a lesson this week against another team that's been up and down, but is playing at home in a difficult place to play. Way out there in the middle of no place. It is a difficult place to play. Wallenpaupack. I've got Wallenpaupack by 10. I think this could be a closer game, but I do have Wallenpaupack by 10. I just don't think Wilkes-Barre gets it done. I think this is just one of those tough road games where they're like, man, we had to drive all the way up there just to kind of lose a close game. But I think they're going to lose by 10. EJ, what do you think?
Oh, Wallenpaupack. This team is starting to click a little bit now than they were before. Because I mean, at the beginning of the season, it was just like, bro, who do you? I'm right next to you, and wow, I didn't even know I played with you. And now they're starting to click. It's starting to seem like Wallenpaupack's starting to get used to each other. It's almost as if they didn't even know each other at the beginning of the season, and now they're starting to get together.
Right.
Not saying that they're going to be really good because they're not. But I think Wilkes-Barre is going to also get a kick in the face. This is going to be a 9-point game. This is going to be a 30-21 win for Wallenpaupack up at home.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I was up there as a marching band student. It is cold AF. Even in the middle of August up there, it's freezing. It's so cold. And it's like a weird stadium to go up to. There's one side of bleachers. It's like echoey. I swear to you, it's echoey. If you've ever been up there, please clarify that it is echoey and that I am not the only one and that I was not hallucinating.
You know what that is? You know what that is?
It's the lake.
That's up there close to the Indian reservations. That's the ghost of the Indians with the echoing off the mountains. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
That's the Mohawks.
Yeah. But no, it's a bizarre.
You're now entering
place.
a dimension of not of sound, but of mind. Blah, blah, blah. Jason, your pick, please, so we can get out of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, so I think Wilkes-Barre shows that they do rebound well after tough losses. I think they showed some promise still, even against a tough Dallas team last week. And I think that they rebound and they go up and they have more weapons than Walt Paulpack does. You're quicker, you're faster. Same word there. But Wilkes-Barre by 3. It's a close game because Wilkes-Barre has trouble getting it going early. But Wilkes-Barre gets them in a win. You know, it's another team that Wilkes-Barre is not used to playing, but Wilkes-Barre by 3.
Okay.
Go Wolfpack, man. I'm
right.
excited. There's a lot. I'm excited for this program. I can't wait for another year or two.
We were saying that tonight, actually. And here's the thing. Wilkes-Barre in general, folks, I'm not saying now, I'm not even saying 2 years, 3 years from now, school gets built, schools get merged, things settle in. As long as there's no major incidents in the school itself, look out. Look out. Because you all of a sudden you have a big base to get athletes from, student athletes, and things are going to happen. Things are going to happen.
So this story is kind of for EJ. EJ, you'll appreciate this story. So I grew up with Brian Casello. He's a great guy, and he is huge on the arts. And some things that he's already doing within the Wilkes-Barre area school district for the arts, I think you're going to see such a rebound and such a positive attitude in this school district because of that.
Nice.
And the students are going to they're going to rebound around that, and they're going to thrive in that atmosphere. And I think you're going to see some this brand new school, Berg School District, and we're already starting to see signs of it. So
I agree.
Really
as long as we can keep the politics out of it, that school system should thrive.
Absolutely.
Please, politicians, stay out of it for the kids' sake, please.
Yeah.
So let's head up. We've got 6 games left, and we want to keep moving here.
This is literally 1 second. This one is literally 1 second.
Yeah, this is real simple. EJ, I'll let you start. Lakeland at Nanticoke. Quick.
Nanticoke, you are terrible. You are losing 56-3. Do not at me.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, I've got Lakeland by 28 on the road. Nanticoke, I'm sorry. They're really bad, dude. They're really bad. Jason.
Lakeland by 12. I think we're going to start seeing some scores early on. Like, what's going on in this game? And then Lakeland wins by 12.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to roll them. North Pocono at Tunkhannock. Tunkhannock got shellacked last week. North Pocono, you never know what team you're going to get. Honestly, I like Tunkhannock at home. I think they bounced back. I think they had a hell of a week this week too, Jay. And
Absolutely.
I like Tunkhannock by 10 in this game. What do you got?
Yeah, I like Tunkhannock in this game too. They never got their offense going this past week against Crestwood. Crestwood controlled the clock, came out running the ball over and over again with Miller. Tunkhannock has a nice little running back who reminds you a lot of David Meggett.
Yeah.
Former Giant running back. The guy's all like 5'6" and 150 pounds. He could really run the ball.
Yep.
He got loose last week once, and he went for 80 yards before we even knew it. And I think Tunkhannock gets the job done in the air again this week, and they roll significantly in this game by 15, 20 points.
Okay. EJ.
I think, honestly, that Tunkhannock is going to come out swinging, and they're going to win this game 22-7. Because I think North Pocono doesn't know what they're getting into when they come up here.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're getting into.
You're probably right. You were probably right.
That Tunkhannock running back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's good.
If he was on a team like Valley View, nighty-night, that kid would have a lot of yards.
Yeah.
He's really good. I don't know what his name is, so to all of my Tunkhannock friends, please tell me this kid's name. I must at least DM him or talk to him in some way. He is really good.
Real quickly, I think this is an instance, Jay, where you have a good, really good skill player, and you just don't quite have the guys in front of him to get it done. And Tunkhannock's got exactly. I think he broke a run.
Tunkhannock got controlled last week by the ground game.
Right, exactly.
Really hurt them.
Yeah, so
they
you need
get their offense going.
Yeah, they need athletes up front is what they need.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 games left. These next 2, again, pretty quickly. I've got the next game, Hanover area at Lackawanna Trail. I think this is a bounce-back big game for Lackawanna Trail, honestly. I think Hanover thinks they're riding high because they got a big win last week, and I think they're going to go on the road and go, what just happened to us? Another Jekyll and Hyde team is Lackawanna Trail. I think Lackawanna Trail wins this one big, though. 20 points I have them by. EJ.
Oh, Lackawanna Trail and Hanover. This to me looks fun on paper because Hanover lost last week, or Hanover won last week. But at the same time, I also realized that I was hungry when I was doing my picks, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna highlight Hanover. Hanover's gonna win because they won last week, and then I realized we were playing Trail, and I was just like, never mind, I'm gonna take that bet. I'm gonna head out, and I put Lackawanna Trail down. I have them winning 27-6.
27-6 Lackawanna Trail. Jay.
Trail by 28. I think we have a county employee that spent the week partying it up on his lunch breaks at the casino because of a big win. And I think they're going to come back to reality this week. Steve Jervis and his boys get the job done. Trail by 28.
Yeah, I think it's a big win for Trail. I think we all kind of have that. Pittston at Scranton Prep. Scranton Prep. Disappointing.
Not bad, but disappointing.
Not bad, just disappointing. Should be way better than this. But Pittston, not sure Pittston knows what they're getting into going up and playing in that big stadium on Saturday. Scranton Prep by 7. I think it's going to be a close game. Another just shouldn't be this close of a game. Scranton Prep gets it done. EJ?
I have Scranton Prep by 10.
Yeah.
I have them winning 17-7.
There you go. Pretty close. Jay, what do you got?
Preppers by 6 at home. Again, pretty much a nothing game again this week.
Right.
And they just get the job done. Preppers
Got
by
it.
6.
Got it. Okay, we're down to it now.
Final 2 games. So those people who keep joining and leaving, this is the game you probably were waiting for us to get to.
yeah. You should have
Here you
stuck
go.
around for this one because this is the one that everybody's talking about. But not the game of the week. Southern Columbia at Wyoming area, not the game of the week. No, it's not. It seriously isn't because it's not a game. It's really not.
It's a carnival.
Jay, talk to us about it.
Yeah, I think Jim Roth's boys come up to the Wyoming Valley and prove how athletically talented and disciplined they are. With 4 or 5 Division I athletes on his team.
Yep.
And by the way, interesting point here is how many of these football players are going backyard? Well, that's right, none of them. James Franklin, I thought you win the state of Pennsylvania recruiting. Interesting.
He doesn't.
Southern Columbia by 20. Southern Columbia comes up and gets the job done versus a Wyoming area team that's going to be inspired. But this is going to be a great game for the fans. I'm super excited that the conference down there in the land that Southern Columbia lives in, that they got the job done. They gave the fans the game they want to see. So kudos to them for letting this happen. And this is great for both schools. And I think more of this needs to happen from a scheduling standpoint.
I completely agree.
Teams
Absolutely.
play against each other more throughout the year.
I completely agree.
It's great for high school football.
Yeah, the best quote I heard on this game is, "You've got to be kidding me. You'll let Southern Columbia play a team from South Carolina, but you won't let them go not even that far away and play Wyoming area. You've got to be kidding me."
Jared, the problem is that the team that they're scheduled to play is a conference team.
I know that. We know that.
And they were going to get destroyed anyway.
Jay, we know that.
No,
And
right.
yeah, we know that. Here's the thing, though. Honestly, at some point, sanity has to rule and come to fruition for a game like this to happen. Obviously, smarter minds.
What's right for the kids.
Right.
What's right for the kids.
Right. So here's the thing. So every poll I see, Southern Columbia is the second best team in the state, regardless of classification.
Yes.
To have a 2A team up there with the big 5 and 6A boys that high, That's telling you something. And we're talking the only team that they have ranked better than that is that St. Joseph's Prep down in Philly. And get real. What a great statement.
They honestly
to
might
have
beat
them like
St. Joe's.
And they could. They could. You got a team with that many Division I prospects on it. Wow. And a program. Like, we're talking a real program here.
Southern Columbia is undefeated, and I'm pretty sure St. Joe's has 2 losses this season.
Yeah, but they're out of the area, those losses. But still, they schedule things. Listen, Berwick used to do it all the time. Nobody complained about it. They played DeMatha and all those other teams, and no one said a word. That all being said, Chris Potter, I'm calling you out because you picked a great time to go on vacation and stop going to the Wyoming area games. Because you're going to see.
He's always on vacation, not.
Oh, I know.
On vacation or eating at some fancy restaurant.
Right.
I will tell you this though. Hey, listen, you want your car detailed? Chris Potter's the man.
He is the man. Love him. Yes, hit him up. He does a great job. But he picked the right week to be away from Wyoming area because Wyoming area going to get killed. 24 points, and it might be a lot more of a win for Southern Columbia. EJ, what do you got?
Oh man. Now I'm looking at my prediction that I wrote down on my paper, and now it kind of looks silly. But I'm glad that you just said way more because I have them winning by like a lot more.
Like how much?
I have them winning 72-13. Like it's gonna be watch. Listen to my reasoning. DeLuca, if he got hurt against Lehman twice.
Yes.
He is literally their only hope on scoring a field goal.
And let's take a timeout.
That's a really great point.
Let's take a timeout. Wyoming area, please stop letting DeLuca run back punts and kicks. Please stop.
You're gonna kill your team.
The kid's you're gonna end his career. Stop it. You have other athletes. Knock it off. So stupid. I can't believe I kept seeing it. We're standing there watching, and I'm like, he's back for the kick again.
Straight facts, no
Why? Why? Oh, so stupid. Go ahead. I want to
add on to what EJ's saying, though. He makes a great point about the Luke, and you guys are, commenting about how they're having him do too much.
Oh, yes.
And I want to mention a really important person in my life that I worked with at my company for a long time, almost 2 decades. I was talking to Al Blanet today, who we work with at RCN, and he was mentioning about this game, and we're talking about it this afternoon. He goes, without DeLuca, he goes, this game's going to be a blowout. And he, his score was 40-something to 6 or 7.
Yeah. So
this game can very well get out of hand. And thank you, Al, for everything you've done in my career. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Al, we appreciate you, man. We really do. You mean a lot to me, and I'll have to stop up and see you. EJ, blowout, yes?
What, the Southern Columbia game?
Still think it's gonna be a blowout?
That's going to be a blowout. I'm sorry.
All right.
Thanks for wasting your money.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much settled that. I hope the Wyoming area boosters sell out of all their food because everybody traveled for the game. But that's going to be the only highlight for Wyoming area. They're going to get blown out. There's another quote for your book. Okay. Guys, now we're down to the big one. And for all you Dallas kids, been thinking about this one since last December.
I've been playing Phil Collins on repeat.
This is really, this is
thinking about it.
This is the game, guys. This is the big one. Jason, I'll let you start. Go ahead. Dallas at Valley View, the big one. What do you got?
This game is the big one. It's like almost like you talk about earthquakes or hurricanes or snowstorms.
Yep.
This is the big one.
Yep.
And there's going to be so many people in the Valley on high school football on Friday night. It's exciting. It's that time of year. There's going to be a little crisp air that you're going to be able to absorb in your bodies.
Yep.
This game is going to be incredible. This game goes back and forth all game long. The kids are going to lead their hearts in the field. I hate to disappoint the Samuel family. Valley View Cougars by 1.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great game, though.
Going to be a really, really tight game. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this game. The anticipation has built so much for this game. It's a huge game. I am going to give a shout out to Lori Starbuck. I don't know if you're still watching, Lori. You joined this. I love your son.
I love him too.
I've just watched him grow. Halfway through his freshman year, they had him starting games. And we said, why are they starting a freshman? And by the time he got to his sophomore year, we could start to see why. We could start to see it. I want it to be a good, clean game. I want it to be a safe game. I want it to be a game that we can all talk about and go back and say, wow, remember that Dallas Valley View game? It is going to be a great game. And even if a team is up a little bit at halftime, it does not surprise me to see one of them come right back and tie it up late in the third quarter. It's just kind of how I feel like the game's going to happen. But there's something that I've latched onto with the 2 interviews that EJ has done with Luke Delgadio and with Jack Farrell last week.
You can check that on the Facebook page.
Yeah, and you can check it on our page. The thing that struck me, and it really, really struck me last week with Jack, and that is this. We asked him, what did he think about coming into the Valley View game? The way he answered that question is nearly perfect. He nailed it. We're going to prepare for this game just like we would for any other game. I think that says it all. I think Dallas knows what's at stake. And I think for once, finally, they go up and get it done. Dallas by 3. EJ, go for it.
I was going to make a joke about this, but I'm not going to now. I have a different route I think I'm going to take on this game. So, for Dallas alumni, since I can see that there's one here, one future, like next year.
One upstairs.
Lots of them upstairs.
Yep.
You know, next door, up the street, all around us. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not sure if you paid attention to your football team back at that time, and you should have. If you didn't, shame on you. But lots of good games come to mind when Dallas has played. Dallas Danville, 1988.
Oh, that's the first one that comes to mind for me.
Dallas Riverside, also 1988.
Lori, I know you remember that one. Absolutely.
Dallas versus Bermudian Springs and versus Washington, 1993. Dallas Shamokin, 1997. Lots of games have been played. Dallas Lehman every year. Dallas Berwick last year. Lots of historic games that multiple people came out, that the community comes out to. Lots. I don't know if you saw it last year. Playoff game against Berwick. Lehman kids came out. Northwest kids came out. Yeah. Everybody came out to support us. Everyone.
Yep.
Our community. If you think that the boys don't know about how much this game means to the entire community, everyone, the community is relying on them. Everyone's relying on them. Mrs. Starbuck, I talk to your son 24/7 in the hallway. I love talking to him. He's a great kid, okay? Thanks for having him. He's great, all right? I'll tell you right now, that kid is the most serious kid ever when it comes to that game.
Yeah.
But he doesn't stress out about it. Dallas doesn't stress out about it. Every single one of those kids, I bring up the game, I say, it's going to be a close one, and they go, just like any other game, and I'm not worried. Michael told me this quote.
That's the key.
Michael told me this quote. I think it was Monday. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. I asked him, I said, ready for the big game on Friday? He's like, what big game? This is just like any other one.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm like, Michael, if that's what gets the game done for you, by God, do what you need to do, kid. You need to throw the ball. And as long as you do that, I'm happy. So I'm going to tell you right now, whether we win or lose this game, boys, I'm proud of you.
Absolutely.
I'm proud to say that I go to school
year.
with you. I'm proud to say that I watch you guys on the field every Friday, and I'm proud to say that I play in a marching band that cheers you guys on. This game means a lot, and I think that we pull through and win this game by 3, although that's not what it says on my paper. I'll tell you right now, boys, I'm proud of you. Lenny, great job. Danny, amazing. Michael, way to throw the ball. Jack, I love you to death. Luke, all of you guys, thanks for being in there. And thanks for putting the heart out after taking a loss last year, and now you're going to come back up here and try it again. Thanks. I absolutely appreciate it. If no one else does, I appreciate it.
Yeah, two things come to mind off of what you said. Number one, first game I thought of when I thought of this game was that Danville game because we were down. We were down.
And we came back to win
and
it.
they should have shellacked us, honestly, and we beat them 27-24.
Yep.
So that was a big one. That was my senior year, Jay. Went down to Danville. It was before state playoffs came into the picture, so it was 88, and it was it was Dallas 27, Danville 24, and it's crazy down there.
And that's going to be this.
But game. I want to say this. The one thing about the game I should have probably mentioned, and I didn't say anything about it, but listen. Only thing that I haven't seen out of Dallas this year is anybody really test us on defense because we just haven't. In all the games we had this year, we've given up a total of 55 points, and some of those were in complete mop-up time when we had third-string defense in. So we don't honestly know. I mean, our defense could be really, really good, or we just haven't played anybody yet. And I think it's that we're pretty good. So I think that may be what it comes down to. Any final thoughts on this big game, Jay, before we kind of close it out with number 5 on our list?
No, this is going to be a great high school football game. It's going to really represent the communities well and what football means to Northeast Pennsylvania when it comes to high school football.
True.
And this is a reflection of how hard these kids work. The effort's going to show on the field, and unfortunately, someone has to lose this game.
Yeah, it is.
Great game, and I'm excited for the schools. I'm excited for the kids, but I want people to sit back and enjoy and watch it and take it all in.
Yeah, regardless of the situation tomorrow night, we will go live at halftime, right after the Dallas band takes the field for the halftime show. Game's at 7. Halftime probably a little bit after 8, so maybe about 8:15, 8:20, 8:25, right around there. We'll be live. We'll just give it 2-3 minutes from the game. It's going to be crazy. Okay,
if
high school.
At the Crestwood Berwick game, I will be at the Old Forge Riverside game. I shall notify you guys tomorrow.
That would be great.
Yes.
That would be great. That would be great.
We'll have a live score up.
Tell you what, let's you and I talk tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Let's you and I talk tomorrow morning about something, okay?
Sure thing.
Yeah. And finally, we're not watching it right now, but
I don't even
number
know
5,
what's going on.
Number 5, the Pirate game. Yeah, Pirate game.
The Pirate game, yeah.
Who you got? Yeah.
So this is Tampa and Houston.
I think I have the Pirates.
Yeah, I got the Pirates because the 2 starting pitchers were guys that Neil Huntington traded away or let go because they're
Bob Nutting.
Neil? Oh, is that his name? Maybe he should be fired.
Yeah, he should be fired.
Nutting.
You know what, though? It's Pirates ownership. They need to
Bob
go.
Nutting.
They need to go. Really silly. You let Clint Hurdle go. It wasn't his fault. Not his problem. You guys failed again to put a competitive team on the field. And now, what do you got? You got 2 of the better pitchers in the game, especially Garrett Cole. My goodness. Starting in playoff game tonight that you could have been in had you kept your players, had you paid some of them, and you wouldn't have had to go crazy breaking the bank to do it. Shame on you, Pirates.
Shame on you, Bob Nutting.
You.
Sell the team.
Fans, Pittsburgh, don't go to the games. Don't give them money. I'm not going until they start putting a team in the field. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You got the best stadium. You got the best stadium in the whole league. Okay, with a great view and a beautiful place for people just to come out to eat whatever. And fans, don't go. Do not put money in their pocket until they decide they're going to spend it more wisely than what they've been doing. It's terrible. I know. Tell me how you really feel about it. Ticked off. My mom is a big Pirates fan. She's upset. It's ridiculous.
Hashtag boycott Pirates games.
Absolutely.
Not until we get better pitching.
Yep. Not gonna do it, man. Just not gonna go anymore. All right, everybody. We had a great show tonight. Sorry it went a little bit long, but really important topics and really big games tonight.
I choose Houston.
Yeah, I got Houston in this one too. Jay, what's the score? Do you know?
It's 4-1 Houston. Houston broke out for 4 runs the first inning, and they haven't done that since.
What innings it in?
Going into the top of the 8th.
Yeah, this game's over.
I want Tampa to win really badly.
This game's
just
over.
So that it's somebody different in the playoffs.
It's too bad.
Do something, but
Well,
you know.
no. We want somebody to pound the Yankees. And with that, we're going to close this one out real quick.
All right, everybody, let's hit the deck before
Hey,
the
everyone,
tomatoes
thank
at
you
us.
for joining Week 8 High School Football and the Sports Assist podcast. We appreciate everyone. Our following continues to grow each and every week.
Awesome.
Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. Jared, EJ, you guys have a wonderful night.
You too, bud.
Yep.
Listen, folks, we just want to give a couple of little shout-outs before we go. I want to give a private shout-out to my man, Mike Caswell. You know what I'm sending to you, Mike. Don't have to even say it, and I'm not going to say any more. You know how I feel.
If you want to, first of all, if you want to contact us at theassistsportspodcast@gmail.com.
No, that's incorrect.
Or
It's incorrect.
Assist Sports Podcast.
Yeah, there's no the in front of it. It's assistsportspodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on the Facebook page. And as always, go see our boys at the Pod Guys podcast or the Weekly Nerd Podcast. Go check them out. They got some great stuff on there, and they share a lot of other people's podcasts. Thank you, gentlemen, for sharing ours. And thank you, folks, for sharing your evening with us. What little of it we could provide entertainment, we're appreciative of all of you. Leave your comments on our page. Reach out to us.
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. Let's take this show in a great direction. Everybody have a great one.
Go enjoy some high school football.
Yes, there's some great games. Go see them.
Bye.